All right, here we go. Stuffy up here. I got the air going, but I don't know why. It's stuffy. All right. Yeah, it's recording. Okay. Shower conversation. Jesus, I wrote this down June 29. It's from the June 29, what you do, showers. Jesus said, rapturing for us only happens during end times, pets included. That's because I brought it up. I got dogs. I got 5 dogs, 3 cats. I don't want to leave anybody here. So he said he could do it. So he's going to do it. He said it could start happening. All right. So I said, let's say some woman out there is doing joys. She's in a deadly toxic relationship. She cries out to God. He'll rapture her because we're that close. Okay. He'll rapture her to keep her from being murdered. Okay. If she's already been doing this, so she's like this now. So if he beats the crap, you know what I mean? She'll just poof. Okay. Before he can kill her. I know. Okay. End time involves Old Testament God. Just FYI. Okay. Here we go. Is this still continued? Okay. This is about the job. Me. I'm right. I'm saying this. But I don't know when Jesus comes out. Let me check. I'll know as I'm reading it. That's how I'll do it. Okay. I don't know how you're going to prove, well, maybe it's not going to be a problem just by virtue of they educate them on the covering of John. Then I won't have to do all that at gunpoint, basically collecting the money. Well, we're just having a conversation. Because they're going to pull stuff, and you know they are. That's why you don't want them touching the money. So you need to help me construct a letter or statement or whatever, the mission, where you write that in, period. I will have it all up to you. This is your thing. I'm just obeying. I don't mind doing this. I like to be in your will all the time. 3 times. I like to be all in your will. All the time, all the time, all the time. All right? And this is where Jesus talks now. All the way. It's what he says. Oh, that's when we were talking about the calculators. But I don't know. I'm just going to read what we were talking about. I don't think it's going to happen like that. Well, we'll find out. We'll figure it out. He's saying, have 7 calculators. Locate the brightest people. Sit at a table in front of everybody. Tally all monies up. 10% of gross goes to the church. If I am over, they can have it. If I am short, I will send the rest in an envelope addressed to them and mail it to them. Now, this is a movement of purity, so you don't need to worry about, am I getting scammed? That's what the churches have been doing. That is what the pastors have been doing. Not my John. Not my John. My John wouldn't dare do something like that. He's right, I wouldn't. That's right, like that. He fears God, I do. If you don't like it, you're cursed. And so is your church, period. This is end times. This is Old Testament God. The mercy seat is gone. He said that. You pull crap now, you're sifted. End of story. Me, now I'm talking. I am to remember the order of videos. Okay, this is for Phyllis. Sorry, y'all. Okay, because I need to say, this is number 2, this is number 3, you know what I mean? So she can put them in order. Because I forget. Let me get a drink. Announce right away. Oh, I already did. I did it the other day or today. I don't know which. I think it was the other day. Announce right away if you have porn, magazines, toys, etc., anything pornographic, take it out in the yard and burn it. Let the demonic know that you want no part of them in your life anymore. We're in end times. Yeah. Still more showers. Pretty much all of this is going to be showers. Or yard. Now I do yard. Oh, yes. Had a big bomb today in the yard. Sure did today. Okay, you called for end-time leaders. This is Jesus. You called for end-time leaders. Somebody to do something. And now you are complaining because you have to do stuff. It's just not going to happen for you. Talking to you guys. You actually have to do stuff. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a spirit. Rip it off. That's what he said. This is me. Are you mad at them because they didn't find the gay scripture? They just assumed and all that stuff? I'm getting nothing but... Okay, he went, yes. That's why. Because all these people going to hell because they got no help. They got no hope because these people were ignorant and didn't read the entire Bible, not every word. They didn't try to figure it out. Why did they just, this is all him. Man, he went on and on. Glaze over the wicked enter the womb scripture. Why did they get past that? How could you have ignored that and not look at people and see a connection? Yeah. They were around even then, as far back as you could think. You guys could pick it up when somebody's, lighting the loafers. Yeah. Yeah, how stupid and foolish is that? Crap like that. That's why they used it for their agenda. What they could accept. What they could stomach. That's why. That's why the churches are damned. Ooh, churches are damned. Because nobody spoke up and said anything. Nobody had the guts like I did. And say something. But I can't say that because I waited 2 years. Jesus yelled at me in my shower. He said, and I quote this, I told you 2 years ago to say that. Man, I immediately got on after I dried off and threw something on, I wrote it, and then some people from school were talking, yes. Bill was one of them, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember, dude. I saw it. It was very uncomfortable when he rebuked me. When you know it's God, it's very uncomfortable. You're scared. You messed up. You best figure out what to do and correct it. That's what I did. That's why. That's why. They ignored that. All through generations, they ignored that scripture like it didn't exist. That pissed him off. That's millions or billions of people. All through time. We will be pulling them out. Sorry, we are pulling out the people that have that demonic spirit. We sure are. As long as they weren't rapists, pedos, and evil murderers. Already they were showing signs of being crappy Christians. He's talking about pastors and everybody else who floated that crap. Romans 1 shit, where they were fully damned. Going to hell. Damnation, yeah. They weren't being authentic. They weren't being authentic. They weren't being truthful. They started shading some areas. Thinking it's okay. How could it not be? That's a lot of people gone to purgatory. Okay, he's changed this. I guess that was the end. Then I jumped to, in the beginning, just go from town to the journey. The movement. In the beginning, just go from town to town, hitting all the churches in the area. I don't know. I'm supposed to insert myself. I'm the authority of that church, not them. Because I come under the guise of Jesus Christ. I am his mouthpiece. I am in charge of end times because he has anointed me to do that. Giving me the title, I am John. That's right. That's right. That's right. I didn't used to say that a lot. I think Jesus says that a lot. That's right. That's right. He likes that. I catch myself. I've never said that. And now I'm saying it a lot. So it's got to be him. He likes that. That's right. He likes it when I say it like that too. I don't know why. One time I'd made a big pot of chili and I put it in the refrigerator, froze some in there. He wanted chili. I ate chili one morning. He wanted chili, so I ate chili. Isn't that funny? Well, we're one. We better get more one because when I go into a church, he's going to give me what to say. I'm just going to stand there and he's going to use my voice. That's what I'm getting. Okay, Jesus understood that John didn't have the stomach for what was to come. So he covered John. So nothing would happen to him. This is all Jesus. Nobody would string him up. Nobody would hang him. Nobody would do anything to him because he was associated to me, Jesus Christ. He wanted to be sure that he wasn't touched because of him. That's how much he loved him. He couldn't bear the thought of that happening to his friend John. Okay, that's the end of this notebook. But boy, there's plenty in the other one. Where are we at? Okay. Okay, here we go. He had me right at the top. Let me get to Psalm 49. Yeah, with all this Iran bombing and stuff, yeah, I've been feeling it. I sure have. People getting raptured. It isn't as intense as Iran. There must be a big group of people. The Iran one, because man, I was crying uncontrollably. Well, I was at Mom's. If y'all remember, some of y'all do. I put on my makeup. I needed to go see Mom. And then when I got there, I thought it was Mom, you know. Just, I don't know. And then all of a sudden I was sobbing. Uncontrollably. I couldn't stop. Everybody was looking at me. Mom said, stop. You know, she smiled, but why are you crying? And stuff like that. I couldn't stop. That's when the rapturing was happening. I was in spirit. He was doing all that. Yeah. Oh, I was a mess. Oh, yeah. I came home. I was more of a mess. Yeah, I was a mess. Did a lot of crying. Sure did. It was not fun. But I warned Clayton, this is what we look for, okay? Now that we know, this is what we look for. Don't get upset. Don't freak out. I'll just go to my room and don't bother me till it passes. Okay, Psalm 49. Read. Okay, he told me to read. Let me read it. Hear this, all you peoples. Listen. I got commentary that he wants me to read to you. Hear this, all you peoples. Listen, all who live in this world. Both low and high, rich and poor alike, my mouth will speak words of wisdom. The meditation of my heart will give you understanding. I will turn my ear to a proverb. With the harp I will expound my riddle. Why should I fear when evil days come, when wicked deceivers surround me, those who trust in their wealth and boast of their great riches? No one can redeem the life of another or give to God a ransom for them. The ransom for a life is costly. No payment is ever enough, so that they should live on forever and not see decay. For all can see that the wise die, that the foolish and the senseless also perish, leaving their wealth to others. Their tombs will remain their houses forever, their dwellings for endless generations. Though they had named lands after themselves, people, despite their wealth, do not endure. They are like the beasts that perish. This is the fate of those who trust in themselves and of their followers who approve their sayings. They are like sheep and are destined to die. Death will be their shepherd. That's the spirit of death. Ugh. Yeah, you don't want to see him. Oh my God. But the upright will prevail over them in the morning. Their forms will decay in the grave, far from their princely mansions, but God will redeem me from the realm of the dead. He will surely take me to himself. Do not be overawed when others grow rich, when the splendor of their houses increases, for they will take nothing with them when they die. Their splendor will not descend with them. Though while they lived, they counted themselves blessed, and people praise you when you prosper. They will join those who have gone before them, who will never again see the light of life. They're not going to heaven. People who have wealth but lack understanding are like the beasts that perish. So he says, listen up, rich and wealthy people. Yeah. If you're wealthy and don't learn the Father's ways, you will surely go to hell. Start with Joyce, okay? You can be rich. Just become a Christian. This is the only thing that will get you. But you got to do it. Whatever she says you got to do, you got to do it. On the regular, 24/7. Look for ways to do it. She is teaching Christians how to be real Christians. Those are the only ones that Jesus is poofing, okay? That's what he called it. When he raptures, he poofs. So I guess it's poof. You know, you see shows like that where you go poof. Just not there no more. Okay, I'm supposed to read. Oh, okay, here we go. It's going to be interesting. 50. Just 1 through 6. Let me get a drink of water. And mark the corners of my mouth. It's all this talking. I'm just supposed to read 1 through 6 on Psalm 50. The mighty one, God the Lord, speaks and summons the earth. From the rising of the sun to where it sets, from Zion perfect in beauty. Let me get this hair off my cheek. I'm going to start over. The mighty one, God the Lord, speaks and summons the earth. From the rising of the sun to where it sits, from Zion perfect in beauty, God shines forth. Our God comes and will not be silent. A fire devours before him, and around him a tempest rages. He summons the heavens above and the earth that he may judge his people. And I wrote to the side, scorch earth, second coming. Gather to me, that's what I'm doing. Gather to me this consecrated people who made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens proclaim his righteousness, for he is a God of justice. Okay, that was all I was supposed to read. Okay, this is God talking about narcissists, okay? I didn't know this. I really did. It was eye-opening. So if you're a narcissist, I know Liz, Wes, Lance. There's hope for you, Lance, okay? I know there is. Liz, no, I don't think so. And neither Wes either. But if you know a narcissist, yeah, listen up. God. Being a narcissist is a death sentence to hell. These people have a demonic possession, one of the worst, because the fact that they have entered them, and they are completely unaware. The spirit of control is the worst to be cursed with, because no one can tell you anything. They are completely blind and never wake up to the fact what they're doing. They can't stop themselves. They can try to do walking in love, but will be impossible. They go to hell for trying to be God. Because that's what God is control. Never man. Never a woman. You don't control nobody. You control yourself. Let me just give you a tip on how we're supposed to do our journey. That includes everybody. Narcissists, I don't care who you are. You worry about yourself. You only worry about your journey. Okay? Don't be dogging your husband or your wife. You do what's right. And you let them worry. That's their journey. You don't have to answer for their journey, but you have to answer for yours. And if you start trying to control them, what you're doing is you're taking hold of their journey. And then you're cursed. You're definitely cursed. Well, you're going to hell anyway. If you can't turn it around and become like this, you're going to hell. You just are. I didn't know that. Lance, you don't deserve it. I think I saw you on the other side, honey, so I think you're okay. It was one of my dreams. Yeah, I did see you, babe. Keep doing better, okay? All right. Okay, Jesus is talking about the journey. Talk to pastors up front, but I'm to let you know that it already changed. But I'm going to write what we talked about, what he said, but it changed at the end. Just know that, okay? But I like to be, I got to stop this. Okay, it's perfect timing. I'm going to start another one, okay? This is 2. I'm going to start 3.